There's a name that I can call on, a name that you all know, that if he have to reach way, way down, he will pick you up from below. He's my father, my provider, he's my everything. Through any problem, I can call him, and this is why I sing.
Welcome to the Doctor Project. I'm Dr. Warren Crabb. I am the founder and the president of Transcontinental Society Unlimited Productions. We are continuously shine a bright light on ex-cons living in the world today and showing why ex-cons matter and how we're making a difference on the planet. Again, my name is Dr. Warren Crabb, and I am the founder of the Doctor Project. The Doctor Project comprises of many programs, but the main program is ex-cons living in the world today, and the movement is ex-cons matter. If a dog matters, if a cat matter, or horse matter, well, and they don't even pay taxes, so ex-cons matter too. Okay, we have a very, 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 very good edutainment show tonight for you. Okay, there's going to be some serious edutainment going on. All right, I'll be right back after this with the rest.
Peace and blessings, everyone, and welcome to the Doctor Project. My name is Wahida, and I'll be reading the Transcontinental Society Unlimited Productions, LLC's Community Responsibility Statement. With the growing population and release of incarcerated men and women in the United States, and with their lack of employment, lack of education, health factors, and financial troubles, once they are released, all areas of life can come to a prominent head in need of a relief valve, which in fact creates a safety issue for the community as a whole. Our responsibilities as citizens are not limited to our own needs for food, clothing, and shelter, but it also includes our planet's future and the future that we should be working towards, a legacy for our future generations to carry into the next generations with pride. The organization is ex-cons living in the world today. Our movement is ex-cons America.
Absolutely. Listen, we have some great news, okay? The Doctor Project is going to be graduating this year. If those of you who haven't heard, I am in the academy with Zandra TV. I am going to become a producer of television and mainstream streaming. I hope all of you join me for the Doctor Speaks. It's going to be really, really, really something. All right. So big shout out to Zandra TV. That's ZTV. I'm Miss Zandra Evans. She is a beautiful person. And if you're interested in live streaming and finding out why live streaming matters, get in contact with me right there at the drproject.com. We have other great news coming up soon. We're going to be having an event at the beginning of November right here in St. Petersburg, Florida. We're going to have, well, I'll just keep that on wraps. You'll hear all about it. But this Wednesday, that's tomorrow, at 5 p.m., that's Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be on Black Power 96.3 or blackpower96.org. 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, live with the Dr. Crabb and Grace Norrie show. That's my co-host. We're going to have an awesome time, okay? I want y'all to stay tuned because we got a lot of things going on, and I want you to be involved with these things, okay? It's very important that you are a part of what's going on because everything that we do here at Transcontinental Society Unlimited Productions is for the society in which we live. We are striving to make this place a better place. And there at Black Power 96, their motto is, we're not just explaining the world, but we're changing it. We're doing things. Things are happening and things are going on. All right. And keep up with me on my social media. Keep up with me on my website. There, the drproject.com. We are moving things. I called out for 10,000 ex-convicts to stand up in the paint. They're coming out the woodworks. I'm telling you, some beautiful, beautiful intelligent, talented ex-convicts. We're doing things. Listen, we are here to end the stigma. For some reason, people seem to think that if you've made a mistake and got caught, I ain't talking about the ones who get caught, and got caught, that and you've had, because when you do go to prison, you have all of your civil rights taken from you, and you become legally a slave. So we fight against slavery, okay? And we're trying to abolish slavery here in this country. When the ex-cons came forth, we started doing things. I'm way back. I can give a shout out to Mr. Desmond Meade of the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. They fought for us to have the right to vote, and they passed that amendment, and now ex-convicts can vote. But what they did, and what they didn't tell you, is that when you go in to vote, if you owe fines and fees, you are going to get arrested. That means 9 times out of 10, you're going back to prison because you violated some sort of paper. All right, but those of them that didn't have fines and fees, they were able to vote, like myself. All right, so what Desmond Meade did, what they did with the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, they got together and got funds together so that when people have fines and fees, they will pay them for them. I'm talking about the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. Get in contact, FRRC. If you got fines and fees, you might want to contact them. All right, because them fines and fees are going to hold you back from progressing. All right, I want to also tell y'all about the psychology of a successful return. This is an app that we have available for you. It's free. It's no in-app purchases. The psychology of a successful return is not only about, returning from incarceration, but if you're returning from a bad marriage, a bad relationship, divorce, if you've lost someone you love, if you've lost your job, if you're returning from homelessness, if you're returning from unemployment, I don't care what you're returning to, there's a psychology to it in order for you to go through and get through it. All right, check it out. It's on the Capillary app. Okay, it's available on Google Play Store and Apple Store. The psychology of a successful return. Go to the Capillary app, get yours today. And we are also got a lot of other things going on that I'm going to tell you about in a little while. But right now, we're going to be back after these messages. Yeah. I was locked up for 8.5 years. Okay, when I got out, all the cars were shiny and people were touching their phones. Okay. Right? It was like I stepped into a whole new universe on a different planet. Okay, so I didn't even know how to catch the bus. Okay, and this is how they get out. And when they get out like that, and don't let them have mental health issues, if no one is there or if they don't have a place to direct them. That's why I need 10,000 other people that's gone through what I've gone through, who understands what they're going through, so that we can go inside and let the correctional systems let us inside to let them know what's available for them when they get out. A year ago, I returned to the prison that I was released from, Everglades Correctional Institution. I returned there with my Empowerment and Self-Enlightenment program. It has a 10-week curriculum, and it's available for people who needs it or are interested in it. Just go to the drproject.com and contact me. But this program, we are going to be instituting this throughout the state of Florida and hopefully throughout the country. It's a 10-week program showing people who are incarcerated how to think properly when they come out into this new world. You heard me. When I came out, people was touching their phones, and nobody wore a watch. And I didn't know how to catch the bus. It's true. I'm not ashamed to admit that. The whole world had flipped. It's like I got transported to another planet while I was incarcerated. And I didn't know anybody, and they gave me $50 in the clothes on my back and told me to make it. I thank the Supreme Being, the creator of the heavens and the earth, for instilling in me the willpower to get this far. I just celebrated 10 years last month of being released from prison. I want everyone to know that I don't care what your loved one has done. Send them a letter. Send them a postcard. Every now and then, send them a couple of dollars. It is so important. It is very, very important. Okay? Send them some love. For those of you who's never been incarcerated, let me tell you about the worst time of day. The worst time of day is not the time of day when everybody's sitting around eating, soups and zuzus and wham-whams and your belly is rumbling. That's not the worst time of day. The worst time of day is not even when you have to sit up on your bunk and show your ID and say your name and number. And you're sleepy because you've been in the fields working all day, and this is at 10 o'clock at night. And you've been up since 4:30 that morning. That's not the worst of it. The worst part of the day is mail call. And you know you're not going to be getting any mail. Just to hear your name called, it's a beautiful thing. So what I did as I was going in there with my program, I would have people write letters, and or they would email me letters, or they would, however they got it to me, they would text them to me, email them to me, put them in my inbox, and I would print them out, and I would take them and I'll hand these letters of encouragement out randomly to the people who I was in front of when I went inside. Those letters were so powerful. To this day, I'm willing to bet that some people still have those letters in their locker. That's how powerful they were. They were letters of encouragement, letters of strength. So if you have someone, or if you know someone that is incarcerated, show them some love, man. It's, in the long run, it's going to work out good for you. Trust me. All right. We are at the point in the show right now where I'm going to share something else with you, and I want you to pay heed to this here.
What this church did literally made my jaw drop.
I'll never forget the morning that I saw an article about a group of Muslims who had bought 30 acres and were planning to build a complex. When I saw that, my stomach kind of tightened up. They were going to be right across the street from us. I felt that ignorance and that fear. So I prayed. I said, Lord, what are we supposed to do?
It is a difficult time for Muslims in America. We did not expect to be welcomed. We thought we have to work hard. And one day we were driving by and we see a banner. And that banner says,
Heart Song Church welcomes the Memphis Islamic Center to the neighborhood.
Me and my wife both were thinking about leaving church because I just did not accept what was going on.
Lord, we are so humble.
I went to Pastor Steve and asked him, I said, what are we doing? He told me to read the Gospels. When I read through those Gospels, and I figured out I was the problem. What was going on with the world today? I was the problem.
On coat drives and food drives, and close to 9/11, we do a blood drive together.
I would have never thought that I would be friends with Muslims right here. And I love it. It's kind of like my world got bigger.
We are a better congregation now. We are better people because of this friendship with Heart Song.
It's an amazing friendship that I can't imagine having missed out on.
How's everybody doing today? Well, cheer louder if you're having fun.
Yes, it brings a tear to my eye. I want you to know something. When people are incarcerated, it doesn't matter what language you speak. It doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what beliefs you none of that matters. We are all numbers. We are all dressed alike. We're all shaved alike, unless you have a special pass, and you better not have it looking pretty like this. It better be natural to have hair on your face. The point is, Listen, my people, let me tell you something about my people. My people pee, poop, live, and die. If you don't pee, poop, live, and die, you're not my people. Get out my face. All right? But if you pee, poop, live, and die, you my people. We don't have to agree. You don't have to like me. You don't have to look like me, sound like me. I don't have to like you. None of that matters. Because we all are breathing here on this little speck of dust in the middle of all this vastness. So how insignificant can prejudice be? How insignificant can stigmas be? I've seen friends of mine who started out with the gay revolution to gay pride thing, and that's blown up to a worldwide thing. The animals. Before them, it was the animals. Well, guess whose turn it is now? That's right, ex-cons living in the world today. Later on, I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing in the world. All right? I want y'all to know that we matter. All right? Everywhere you go, I don't care where you go at, you're going to see an ex-convict. When you go in Walmart, when you get pumping gas, you're right near an ex-convict. You know why? Because 1/3 of the population has been arrested in their lifetime, and 1/3 of the population will be arrested in their lifetime. If that is not a state of emergency, I don't know what is. Okay, I want you to know that in 20 years, if something not done, 20 years from now, our children will be living in a country of hell. There is not enough law enforcement. There's not enough military to stop what's coming. Every year, do you know that we have more people incarcerated in the United States of America than any other country in the world, even China? All right, this is a state of emergency. I want everybody to know that transcontinental society, unlimited production, I want you to know what it means. We're talking about one society, coast to coast, from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean, under one banner. That's what transcontinental society means. We are one society, one mind, one spirit, the upliftment of humankind, and making our communities safer for our children, so that we can raise leaders and not have funerals, and not have people running around scared. When they see somebody, they clutch themselves. In case y'all didn't know it, 90% of ex-convicts will protect you before they hurt you. I want you to know that. 90% of ex-convicts will protect you before they will hurt you. But that 10% can cause one hell of a ruckus. I want everybody to go to the drproject.com, and I want you to become a member of Transcontinental Society Unlimited Productions. There are many benefits to being a part of Transcontinental Society Unlimited Productions. There are many benefits. Okay, I want you to go there. The drproject.com. The drproject.com. See that little thing right there? You can even scan it with your phone. Get there. All right. We also we accept all donations. As my station manager at Black Power 96, Eddie Mosby, would say, we take it when it rolling, we take it when it fold. Bring the donations. It goes to good causes. One of these weeks during the Scorpio season. Yeah, Scorpio season. I said it. It's covered. All right, y'all Libras. I know y'all, but Scorpio season is right around the corner. And if y'all didn't know, that's a hot time of year. All right. And it ain't got nothing to do with August. All right. Listen, we have some awesome guests coming up. All right. We're going to show one more thing, and then I'm coming back, and we're going to meet our guest.
Lord, thank you for your time. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the space. Thank you for each and every person that's watching. I pray that you would touch their hearts, that you would keep them safe during this time, that you begin to transform their mind, transform their heart and their spirit. Allow them to. I pray for the guests. I pray that he speaks freely, that you remove every hindrance, that you remove every blockage, all evil eyes, all evil words, anything that may try to come and distract us and hinder us from what we can plan to do tonight.
All right, amen.
welcome Dr. Cierra Davis and Domasha Beavers. Welcome to the Doctor Project. How are you?
Thank you.
I told y'all, listen, I'm so sorry I mess up names, is what I do. Okay?
That's okay.
But Domasha, I would never mess your name up again, I promise.
It's all right. Okay.
How y'all doing?
Good.
All right. Now that prayer that you did, that was the prayer that we did right before the conference a couple of weeks ago.
Awesome.
Yes, y'all had a chance to. Y'all was at the conference, right?
Right. I was there.
Oh, you was. Okay. Did you get a chance to see it, Dr. Davis?
I wasn't, but if it's on replay, I will check it. It's been a busy couple of weeks, but I wasn't able to attend. But hopefully I will in the future.
We're going to make sure that you're able to see it, okay?
Yes, that'd be great.
So tell us a little bit about yourselves.
You can go first, Dr. Cierra.
Okay, well, my name is Dr. Cierra Davis. I am a mental health clinician. I'm a holistic practitioner with a passion for meditation and sound healing, educator, life coach. Just love everything, health and wellness, mental health consultant as well. And so I've spent many years counseling children, adolescents, couples. I've worked for 3 years in not with the older individuals in the jail, but in a juvenile detention center, doing pre-screens and leading groups and done in-home counseling and worked in just a variety of spaces doing outpatient substance abuse counseling and testing. So a lot of my work has been really being in the trenches with clients and supporting clients in a variety of spaces in life. And so now with my business with Holistic Soul Care, I merged the two, mental health and meditation and sound healing.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Hello, my name is Domasha. I don't even know where to start. So I music manage, which means I manage artists. I have artists pretty much all over the world, honestly speaking. Mindset and spiritual coach, as well as jewelry maker. People call me the medicine woman because I do medicines and teas for people that generally will heal their body. So that's the spiritual side of me. So that's me.
Well, I see that both of you are on the path. I'm a firm believer that everything that we've been through made us who we are. You believe that?
Yes.
Okay. But I'm also a firm believer that this ain't it. Because everything we've been through made us who we are so that we can become who we're going to be.
Right.
I happen to have the sight where I can look at people and tell, I can kind of see their path in life and see how they're going to end up. You know, that's why I was considered a mental health specialist. I have no degrees at all in mental health, but I have over half a century experience. So, I was considered a specialist in mental health. I know. You say how? You know, I was in diapers when I was doing mental health, but
right.
But the things that you all are doing, I can see you're opening doors for greater things. Now, am I telling the truth here? Can you see yourselves 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What would you see yourself doing?
Whew, I want to be retired. No, I'm just playing. I don't know. Like I know that I am destined for greatness, and I know that as many businesses as I run and put together, something great is going to come out of all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like all of it's going to come out of it. But I do want to retire in 5 years because I'm tired. So
come on now, you were just born the other day. You just started.
I don't feel like, when you do so much, when you do like so many different things, you have so many different businesses, But then you have other people businesses that you feel is like, whew, you know.
Well, myself, I'm doing 18 hours, 6 days a week. Because my hands, I'm like an octopus. I'm in so many things.
Understood.
So I know what you're saying. Look at me. I look like I've been smoked 2 pounds of weed, and I don't even smoke weed.
That's why I had a little cucumber on my eyes. I was like, "Ooh, I look so tired."
Hey. All right, Brother Mikey. And Master Bianchi, he's also watching us from California. His name is Minister Bianchi Yamara. I'll call him Master Bianchi Yamara. My attack, my brother. Yes. All right. So listen, I want to ask you, Domasha, for some feedback on the conference. Unfortunately, Cierra, you wasn't there. So, Domasha.
The conference was really good. I probably enjoyed every speaker. I had a little tablet and I was writing notes. Like I loved the conference. It was really good. I kind of wish that it probably was like maybe a 2-day conference because I feel like some of them wanted to go deeper and I wanted them to go deeper. They wanted to, but it was just the time that we had. And so it was like, oh man, I especially like the young lady who was introducing books because I love to read. So she introduced so many books and I got them all down. I done put them in my Amazon cart. So I'm ready.
Well, make sure you get this book now.
Right.
Make sure you get Finding Norma Jean. All right. Written by yours truly.
Y'all did an excellent job. It was very well put together. I appreciate it.
Well, we really are declaring a state of emergency. I'm calling on all civilians, all ex-convicts, anybody that can see the truth that's being mushed down and hidden. All right. ACEs, which is adverse childhood experiences, is very real. And it affects 90 some odd, the upper 90 percentile of the country, of every household in the country. So this is a real state of emergency. On top of that, you add 1/3 of those households are connected to ex-convicts. And with ex-convicts, if you know it, you would know, Dr. Davis. If a person spends 5 years or more incarcerated, they definitely need some mental health.
Yes.
At the very least, counseling. Right. So it's very important that that the society knows about these things, and the media is trying to brush it under a rug like it's not really important. But 5 years from now, when they come up with another epidemic like they did with crack, so they can fill the prisons up again, because you know how much money is being made off of crack when it comes to prison, which is why I went to prison 4 times. It's because of crack cocaine. And it wasn't because I was selling kilos and no, I had an empty crack bag or a crack pipe and they stopped me and tested it positive and sent me to prison for it. Things like that. That's what they filling those seats up with. In Miami, they started locking people up for pushing buggies or sitting on milk crates. And if you do it 3 times, it's a felony that carries 5 years. Yes. That's how serious they are trying to fill the beds up. So what y'all are doing, especially see Dr. Davis and Domasha, what y'all are doing is making a difference on the planet. But you just can't see it yet because you're in it.
Right.
When you're in it, it's hard to see. But when you're outside, it's like I do the things I do, and people are like, hey, I'll be like, because I'm in it, and I really don't have time to, of course I have family time, but other than that, I don't have. Only thing I have time for is to sleep, and that's 4 hours a day, each night.
Wow.
That's it. Every now and then, my body was shut down.
For sure.
We are exhausted. The toes say we ain't going no more. The fingers say they ain't gonna work no more. The eyeballs start crossing. And you just got to rest. You just got to take a weekend and just catch up. But then I'm right back at it come Monday morning. All right. I am an ex-convict living in the world today. So I have to do things 10 times harder than a civilian would have to do it. Because I was in there for 8.5 years, and I came out somebody different than the person who went in, and my life was accelerated. And I think I told you when I was on your show, I just this year,
Right.
a few months ago, I found out my life's mission.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Once you see that, it's nothing else.
Right.
It's nothing else. So, but all before that, I was doing a million things just like y'all are.
Right.
And now it's narrowing down
Mm-hmm.
to focus on one area. Although I have 43 programs,
Right.
you know, but I have to focus
Mm-hmm.
on one area at a time and let it grow like that. You know, I would love for you all to be members of Transcontinental Society Unlimited Productions because you're making a difference in the world. You're making a difference in the community. You're making a difference in individual lives. You know, I know y'all touching many people.
Thank you.
For those of you who are not aware of what you saw in the beginning, it's a bowl that makes a sound. The sound reverberates and it touches your unseen parts, and it releases things. And I let Dr. Davis tell us about it. Tell us about what you were doing.
So I have one of my bowls. This is a Tibetan sound bowl. I think this is one of my Tibetan ones, and they come in different sizes. But basically, this is a mallet. Basically, this is a tool that we use as sound healers to help induce a state of relaxation. And if you've ever listened to your favorite song, if you've ever listened to any type of music, even if it's music without words to it, and you've had a positive reaction to it, you've experienced the power of sound. Sound is so powerful. I mean, there's extensive research that shows that different notes touch different parts of the body, different organs. And so we know through research that different sound frequencies affect positively the health of, can affect you positively, the health of your body. So we utilize sound bowl as a way to help people relax and calm. And so one of my passions with sound healing, why I integrated in my work, is that I was finding that talk therapy was great, that we were able to talk through some of the issues and trauma, but I wanted to integrate something else that would really help people process trauma within their body and to help work that trauma through. And for me, for many people, sound healing does that. So when different bowls have different notes and different sounds. This one is a blue one, and this one can really help with communication, really help you express yourself. And one of the funny things was that I was in a training for sound healing to learn this, and my practitioner was playing this in a class with me and some of my other students, and we started coughing. We're like, we just started coughing, and we were like, what is going on? Like, why are we coughing? Come to find out, he was really working with this bowl, and the bowl is known to really stimulate your vocal cords and to stimulate your self-expression and your ability to have confidence. So that's what different sound bowls do. So we can integrate that. For me, sometimes I integrate that with my counseling, with my life coaching, as I'm talking to clients, or before we may do some sound healing to help calm down. If we're talking about a lot of sensitive, heavy topics, we may take a pause and really work this through. So the moral of it is that you can integrate sound. If you don't have a bowl, you can turn on different sounds with, yes, throat chakra, exactly. This is the throat chakra bowl. So you can, if you don't have a bowl, you can go to YouTube, you can put in sound bowl, sound healing, and it will help you as well. So yes, this is one of the things that as sound healers we do to help you really relax. And you can tailor it to all of the different things that you're trying to do, but really powerful.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
It really works.
Yes.
It works very well. My voice is absolutely marvelous now.
Thank you. Yes, it's been really instrumental for me as an individual, incorporating that in my self-care, and then with clients, it's really powerful. So
now, Domasha, don't think I forgot about you. We're gonna watch this video. We're gonna come back and hear from you too. Okay.
Hey, mom. My mama, let me tell you what they do. How they treat Mr. C, how they treat me so cool. Mama, let me tell you what go on. Listen to your son doing time and prayers on. See, first of all, they don't feed me no food. Then I come out the mouth talking to me all rude. Like them do time come to work with attitude. And when I get mad, look at me like I'm the fool. Mama, let me tell you what they do. How they treat Mr. C, how they treat me so cool. Mama, let me tell you what go on. Listen to your son doing time and prayers on. The black neck, red neck, use him like a tool. Can't tell them nothing cause they think that they are cool. I crack out on my life, say look at them a fool. So I guess I just must laugh at them too. Mama, let me tell you what they do. How they treat Mr. C, how they treat me so cool. Mama, let me tell you what go on. Listen to your son doing time and prayers on. Adam and Steve and Mike and I too get mad at me. Me no play with boo boo. I don't know what to mind me. I tell them what to do. See, I came here, mine, them and leave mine too. Here, mine, kiss mine, and mine, hold hand, mine, rub against mine, with them balls and them pounds. This is more than I could stand. Used to see them sing and dance, but you'll never get the chance. Mama, let me tell you what they do. How they treat Mr. C, how they treat me so cruel. Mama, let me tell you what go on. Listen to your son doing time and prayers on. See, first of all, them feed me no food. Then they come out their mouth talking to me all rude. Like them do time come to work with attitude. And when I get mad, look at me like I'm the fool. The black neck, red neck, use them like a tool. I can't tell them nothing cause they think that they are cool. I crack at them a laugh, say look at them fools. So I get just must laugh at them too. Adam and Steve and Mike and I too get mad at me. Me no play with boo boo. I don't know what I'm on. Me no tell them what they do. See me, I came here, I'm on them and leaving mine too.
Here, mine, kids, mine. Oh. Yeah, that I wrote that in prison, in the box in prison, and I used to make it a point to go to the box at least once a year, and I would always come out with something: plays, books, songs, poems. You know, I'm a writer, so you know that's what I did. That's how I kept my sanity. Domasha, we really want to hear about Zipmouth Motivational Podcast. Tell my audience, and you're on mute. You're on mute.
I'm always on mute. So Zipmouth Podcast started 6 years now. So it's been 6 years ago I started it. And I started Zipmouth Podcast because I was in a dark place. So I was really in a depressive space. I'm not a depressed person, but that was the first time I just wanted to end my life. I just didn't want to live. So I had a friend who, I was kind of venting to him, telling him things I was going through, things I was feeling. He was like, why don't you start a podcast? So I was like, a podcast? I don't want to. I'm shy, whether people know it or not. I'm very, very shy, sweaty palms. Don't want to talk in front of people and don't talk that much anyway. But I was like, I'm not about to start a podcast because I'm not about to talk to nobody. So I ended up one day just downloading the app, and I used to sit in my car. And honestly speaking, I used to sit in my car. I would grab a glass of wine, and I would just talk on the app in my car on my phone. And so the more I did the podcast, the more I healed, the more I learned about me, the more I transitioned in life. And there go the podcast. So it's been 6 years. Oh, I can't even tell y'all how many listeners I have, honestly speaking, because I'm just about on every platform now. And I would honestly say that most of my listeners are overseas. So I'm in touch probably with a lot of people who are in Europe and Africa, because in China, a lot of people who are in China, because my podcast is positive. So their outlook on life and what they accept is generally they want that positivity. So it changed my life, and from what I understand, it changes other people's lives as well.
So we must be kindred spirits, because that's how I started off too. I would take them to the park every day, and I sit in the car and I talk on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
My ex-cons living in the world today. That was 20. I started doing that 2015, 2016, something like that. So
Yeah, that's when I started 2015, 2016. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Just sitting in my car. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think there's some kind of spirit that goes around picking people. You know, the least likely people at that. Picking them and say, yeah, I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use that one. And they're going to show off for me, and they're going to show off for me, and I'm going to show off with them. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? The creator of heavens and earth. That's how he do it.
Mm-hmm.
he'll take you from the brink of literally losing your life or taking your life and bring you to where you are now. So imagine where you're going.
Amen.
Imagine where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really thinking about getting a micro station through Zontra TV and having other people have their shows on my station. You know, I would love to sit down and talk to you about that. We also going to be doing something at the factory come the 5th of November, I believe it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be pretty decent fashion show. I'm going to be a keynote speaker, do a book signing for Finding Norma Jean. We're going to have Sojo, the ladies champ. I'm praying that she can come through and do some entertainment, DJ. And I mean, it's going to be a real event. And hopefully, because that's also my mother's birthday.
Okay.
Hopefully I can get her up here from down in Broward County, you know, for a birthday, you know. That would be awesome.
That would be nice.
That would be.
Tell her age, she'll be 81 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is the one that went viral in Walmart when a big burly lady tried to take her little cart with her, and she grabbed her by the back of the head.
I still haven't seen the video. I remember you telling me, but I still didn't see the video, so I'm gonna have to look for it.
Me too. Now I'm curious.
It got millions and millions. It literally went viral.
Wow.
What they call viral. I mean, several million views.
Go ahead, Mama.
So, you know, but you know, hey, you see where my style come from. We don't play. My mother, 98 pounds, soaking wet, 4 bricks in the pocket. They live about 250 pounds. My mother wasn't having it though. And she tried to drive out. My mother took a pocketbook. You won't be spending money in here, not on this car. You know, and you know, I mean that thing they call her Walmart Granny. They call it Walmart Granny. What's another name they got for Rosa Parks Jr.? But, you know,
me too now.
You know, yeah. She waited 2 hours for the part, for the cart. You know, and the lady just came and said, "No, you eating, you ain't using," and pushed me, my mother, out the way. But she didn't know she was pushing a pioneer.
She pushed the wrong one.
Yeah, she did.
Is a real pioneer in the Black community in this country. She's one of those people that should be in the history books, but it's not. You know, and y'all know people like that. You know, so listen, I really want to come back for the second half of this. We're gonna do a few more. I'm gonna let y'all cut loose. All right, y'all got some questions? Listen. 954-288-8982. Questions, comments, 954-288-8982. Call in, all right? Questions, comments, just to say hi. Make sure that you're nice. No nasty stuff. All right. All right. And we'll be back right after these messages.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. But is she in or is she out after school?
I'm out. She's out now. I'm taking her.
No, I'm talking about in general.
Yes, she is.
Every time I see that, I get teary-eyed. You know, that little girl hadn't seen her daddy since she was 1 year old, and she knew her daddy, but hadn't seen him since she was 1 year old, before she can walk and talk. But she knew her daddy. See that? That's why ex-cons matter.
Yes.
That's why ex-cons matter. Don't believe the hype that everybody get out of prison and jail just want to rob and steal and use drugs and whore around, and don't believe the hype. That's 2%. 2% that get out into the first week they doing crime. Out of millions of people, but 2% of a million is still, you know, a lot of people. But still, you know, and I'm only calling on in Florida. We have 1.9 million ex-convicts walking the street. I only called on 10,000 nationwide. Okay, I'm calling on 10,000 ex-convicts to stand up in the paint with me, because we are only ones that know what's really going on. Y'all don't have the opportunity to eat that food for years, you know, or to have them wash your clothes and whatever they wash it with, you got to put it on, or have a steel bed with a 1 inch, and literally your mattress is this thick on a steel cot. And you get calluses, so you have to switch up sides. And, you know, people don't understand that, and people, when they get out, they're very angry. They're very angry, and if they don't have a path, if they don't have people like Dr. Davis and Domasha, if they don't have people like y'all, who's going to say it's going to be all right, you know, or people like me say, I got the psychology of a successful return for you. I'll show you how to think. I know people who, you know, give you underwear and socks and stuff, but I'm gonna show you how to think. You know, and believe me, underwear, socks, and soap and deodorant is very, very important when you have nothing. Nothing. When I tell you, they gave me $50 and clothes my back. I had on, y'all remember those bubblegum shoes? Plastic bubblegum shoes. That's what they gave us. You know, and I had some double knit pants, and I had a brown t-shirt with a pocket on it like this, and white t-shirt. And, no, I ain't had no white t-shirt, and white boxers and white socks, and that's all I had to my name. And they told me to make it. Now, mind you, I think I told you on my show, on your show, I had $1,000 to have it, so I know how to get money. But I refuse to go back. I would rather sleep under the stars than to go back to prison.
Right.
You know, because I can't do anything for myself in there. I'm a number. I'm like the cattle that they lead. So, what do you think? How do you think the two of you? Because together y'all are dynamic with the prayer and the sound. Okay, and together y'all are dynamic in your individual fields. How do you feel as though you could integrate ex-cons matter into what you do?
Well, for me, I'm mindset coach, our spiritual coach. Both of the two, they kind of like balance out each other. So, just my opinion, I think it's important for you to get your mind together. You know, like being locked up behind bars with men or women, a whole bunch of people, the cots, the food, and all of that stuff, just the guards, whatever you see, people dying and, you know, stabbing each other and they're beating each other up, whatever. You know, all of that stuff plays a part on you, on your mental. So once you come out, I feel like, you know, how we can integrate is when they come out, they're going to talk to you, but they're going to need that extra, you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of people come out and they want to find some kind of spirituality. They want to find that balance of whoever, you know, whatever they trying to worship. If they trying to worship God, if they trying to live a spiritual life, if they just want to live a sound life, it doesn't even have to be them going to church or anything like that. It could just be them being sound and finding peace. So that's what Zipmouth does.
And Dr. Davis?
Yeah, I think the same thing is, you know, that the video touched me with the young lady because a lot of my experience have been working with individuals like her. You know, like I said, I worked for 3 years in juvenile detention, you know, doing individual and group. So I didn't have the adults. I had the children that, you know, that were, you know, constantly coming back in the locked facility. So I was working with them at that stage. And so that one particularly touched me is because that's who a lot of my clients have been over the years, and hearing those stories, and even hearing some of them say, I want to leave detention and go to jail because that's where all my family is at. And so I can be relocated with daddy and my uncle and my mama because that's where they're at. And so I've heard those stories where, you know, the yearning for it. And so I agree with her. It's important to, and having done a lot of, you know, outpatient and work with individuals who've been incarcerated, I know it's important to find someone that you connect with. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone that's understands every single thing or had the same type of lifestyle, but you want to find someone that's a good listener. You want to find someone that allows you to tell your story, that's going to help walk you through and give you space to say probably what you might have never said to someone. And there's a lot of people that have a lot of shame and a lot of guilt, and they haven't been able to safely and bravely share things that they can't share with anyone for sake of confidentiality, just shame. And so, you know, it's my desire to create that space for people where I always feel like when you come in the doors or virtually now, that I hope that you can put a lot of those, you know, so many times you have to put on masks and you can't say certain things. And I've had people say, man, I can't curse out there, but I just got to get it out. And so that's always my desire, is that you can be your total self, because we all need that space to do that. So whether that's collectively in a group or individually or in a workshop, you have to find spaces where you can be yourself and just let it all out. So
thank you so much for that. Now, I agree with, not everybody can be Dr. Crabb. You know, a lot of people are ashamed of being formerly incarcerated. They are hush hush with it. They don't want people to know. You know, we have a phone call coming in. Master Pianki. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wonderful show.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. This is Minister Pianki Yamara, who I was telling you about earlier. How you doing?
I'm excellent in divine state of mind. How's yourself?
Oh, you know, we black, excellent. We black, you know, we just black, you know. Blacknificent. That's what we are. But yeah, so they're really touching on some good things here.
Yeah, the sister's definitely touching some good things. I'm liking the sound bowl. I really dig what the sister is doing when it comes to that. I think it's very important that we really. But one thing I know with sound bowls, it kind of helps me to work on my right brain, not just my left brain, because it's dealing with a lot of humonic sounds. That means appealing to ear, you know, stuff of that nature. I think it's very good to work with the sound bowls because it gives off complete vibration of upliftment and also focus as well too, though. So I definitely give her a comedic or kind of salute for that. Yeah, I like the sister, other Queen Mother, that, you know, in her podcast endeavors, like the journey she came through, saying she was shy, but she did not allow that to block her blessings as it relates to having a podcast that has been showcased throughout the world. So they're very inspirational and very empowering. And your mother, without question, Icon herself, you know, doing what she did to that Karen, is definitely monumental, though. You know, the Black woman, without question, is the strongest entity on the face of this earth.
I'm telling you, there's no kingdoms without the queendoms.
I'll continue to listen to the show.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Master Pianki. And you're going to be hosting the Halloween show, right, with me?
Yeah, on your solar return.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. All right.
All right, family.
Peace with my tap, my brother. Assalamu alaikum. All right. So I'm going to thank y'all for being here. I hope that you come back, and I hope that we can do some work together too. All right. I'm looking forward to that. We're going to meet up. We'll do something. We got to make a difference on the plan together. Individually, like I've said many times, we like little chihuahuas in the backyard. But together, we like a Great Dane that's mixed with pit bull.
There we go.
You know, so we can wreck some days together. You know, but I'm not saying that individually we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. You know, but I know that no man is an island. That it takes unity in the community in order to build a safer community for everyone. Thank you so much, Dr. Cierra Davis. Thank you so much, Domasha. Listen, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, there has been a video that's been out there, and I'm sorry, I have to share this. All right, because we're talking about unity in the community. Watch this.
Some of us used to sell drugs. Not no more. Some of us used to sell drugs. Not no more. Take care of our wives and our children too. We have repented. How about you? How about you? How about you? I left this world. I left those streets. I left that game. I left that church. And you should too.
Yeah, you heard right. You heard right.
I want you to know that 80% of those people that you saw, thousands of them, were ex-convicts. I'm working up to 1 million ex-convict march. Okay. You heard them say they used to sell drugs. They used to use drugs. Not no more. They take care of their wives and children today. They've been responsible black men. They've been responsible fathers. They've been responsible husbands and responsible citizens, tax-paying citizens at that. I am calling on 10,000 ex-convicts to stand up in the paint with me. I need y'all to come stand up in the paint with me. Go to the drproject.com. We're making a difference on the planet. I want to give a shout out to, again, Zandra, and I want to give a shout out to Aces Matter, Miss Cindy Stafford, the founder of Aces Matter. Miss, I can go on and on. I am just going to stop. All right. I am telling you, go to the DR Project, the drproject.com. That's the drproject.com. If you want to go there and you become a member, there are some nice perks. All right. If you are serious about doing things positive in your life, go to the drproject.com, become a member of Transcontinental Society Unlimited Productions, also known as TCSUP. Okay. Thank you, Brother Davis. All right. We appreciate all of you because we all are one community. We may eat different foods. We may wear different clothes. We may look different, speak different, walk different. You know, we may believe different. You know, we may even pray different. But we are all one community, just like those Muslims and those Christians. They found out that they are one community and they are a loving community, a prosperous community. Blessings are flowing everywhere. That's how this whole nation is supposed to be. Stop the stigma. Stop the prejudice. Let's do it together. Go to the drproject.com. That's the drproject.com. Until next time, I'm Dr. Warren Crabb, founder and president of Transcontinental Society Unlimited Productions. Good night.
We could grow. We could develop.
As we know that heaven is not a place, and happiness lives in the heart. Long as the world keep turning.